Can you hear me and the music? I gotta ask that every stinking time. And is the volume okay? You may know what musical this is. You should. Good. Oh no, Isaac. Oh no. Morning, Elizabeth. Let's be bold, vanilla and not ready to be told. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice. I can say it ain't so, but darling, what's the use? Dark of the chocolate, rich of the taste. That's where it's at home, baby. Morning, Allie. Good morning, Antonio. All right, Isaac. Isaac, don't bring me down, man. Isaac. Oh, you guys got work to do. Yeah, that's not good. This gives you anxiety, as like the musical music gives you anxiety, Esteban? Flashbacks of what? A movie or the game? I'm gonna guess the game. That's what I'm guessing. I'm having problems with my cords over here. Sorry. Why is it gonna be a rough day, Isaac? I hope not. I'm sorry. I got this crackling. I cannot. It's like I got a wire. It's interfering or something. I'm getting too much equipment going on in here. And there you go. The teacher corrected somebody. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, everybody. The word is usury, usury. It's a noun. The practice of charging illegally high or excessive interest rates on a loan. Usury. Yeah, Chris, it's the game I most regret buying. At first, it seemed like it was going to be fun, but the the humans can't win. Maybe we need to, next time we play the game, we need to change the rules or take a dinosaur out. Maybe just do 2 dinosaurs. I don't know. Yeah, I'll make that game better. I just can't find the right combination here. Like the crackling in my ear is really loud. Huh. Yeah. I'll stop messing with it. Okay. So how was everybody's yesterday? Isaac's talking about today's gonna be rough. What about yesterday? How was it? I had I gotta hang on. I don't know. I don't know if it's big enough. You may not be able to see this. So I had a couple. First of all, I'll do that later. Here's what Mr. O'Donnell. So Mr. O'Donnell's on Monday. He shared that I didn't notice this. I had to look at my Twitter, my notifications. He goes, "Did you see who liked your tweet?" I don't know if you can see it back there. It might not be big. Yeah, you can. Look at that. That was my Twitter feed yesterday. That's the one I sent Monday about Mr. Donald being on talking about Africa. And so he texted me yesterday, goes, "Did you see who saw your tweet?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Monarch Football like it. He likes all my tweets." He's like, No, go look. Look what I found. Robert W. Smith liked my tweet. Are you kidding me? I'm famous, everybody. Now who's best friends? Robert W. Smith, Mr. O'Donnell? Yeah. He doesn't know who I am. But I thought that's kind of cool. Like, and then I got really thinking, I don't think he follows me. And I didn't tag him in this tweet. Does he have like can you tell Twitter every time someone brings up my name, you tell me whether it's a tag, hashtag, or anything? Because I thought it was a little weird. That's Kevin's exactly what I'm getting at. I didn't even at him, and he picked up on it. Like, maybe he does, Peter. He might search his own name. People, especially like, a composer, someone who's out there wants to see what people are saying about his stuff. Maybe he searched his own name because I used his full name, Robert W. Smith. So I don't care how. I just I want to print that and frame it in my office. Robert W. Smith liked your tweet. Anyway, I thought. So my yesterday was okay. I mean, I got that. Come on now. Everybody else yesterday okay. I got a good. Isaac's yesterday was good. Good. So going on to today on the marching band people, I got sectionals this afternoon, and I need to know. I have to have a for sure yes or no. So if you come to the sectionals, I've been asking you. If you aren't going sectionals, you need to be emailing me because by Thursday or Friday, by tomorrow, basically, I need to start wrapping this up so Friday I can get the registration done. But that is this week. Gotta get that info. No, don't. I don't. Anyway, section leaders. Again, I emailed out people who said they were interested in being section leader the information you need for next week. Someone asked me, someone who wasn't an applicant for a candidate for section leader said, because I mentioned we were doing this, it's a leadership seminar. You have to go. It's an hour, might be a little over an hour. Basically, you should chunk off 1 to 2:30 on Monday. And someone who's not a candidate for section leader said, "Well, can I just watch?" I'm like, I guess. So I'll put the link out there if you just want to watch. We can do a live stream of the leadership seminar. So the people who are going to be candidates for section leader need to participate. They're going to get a link for the Google Meet. Then I will live stream the Google Meet also if any of you just want to see what's going on. Or maybe, especially if you're like a freshman and you think you want to be section leader eventually, it's not good. It's not a bad idea to start planning ahead. Seeing both kinds of stuff. We're going to be talking about. So that's section leader stuff. MCU update. I haven't finished the third Captain America yet, but I'm halfway through. Once I'm done with that, which I think it will be tomorrow, we can, or maybe by Friday, I can start ranking. I think I'm going to take the Iron Man. We're going to start making a list. And we'll get this done. I'm going to ask again because nobody responded yesterday. Did anybody watch the Star Wars Holiday Special? I don't think anybody said they did yesterday, and I just kind of put me down a little bit. So someone needs to. If anybody watched it, you gotta tell me. I want to know, or just lie to me. Make me feel better. Oh, I never got into Dexter. Dexter's one of the shows I never got into. Seniors, yeah. I don't know why I keep doing this. Good, Isaac. I expect an email from Isaac, a long email about the holiday special experience for him. And good, Ben's gonna watch it too. Virtual band. Hey, I want to show you something else from the old. So I did get on that the Iowa virtual band. Hey, look at here. Hey, I know you can't see that very well, but look at there's like one school. Actually, you know what? There's 3 schools in all of Western Iowa that participated in the first round. Look at this, the Eastern Iowa here, and then this corridor down I-35. Look what the schools are. Lamar's, HMS. Who at HMS did that? Was that you, Peter? Did you do it, or one of your students do that? And then look down here. What is that? Oh, Denison High School. Yeah, that was cool to see that. I mean, I wish other schools were doing it, but you got all these Central Iowa and Eastern Iowa schools, and then got Denison High School. So whoever submitted, and I think Peter's surprised. It says HMS High School. That's what it says. One of your students did it, Peter. So that was cool to see that at least I know Parker submitted. If anybody else did, I think that's great. So no, he said it was schools that submitted. I don't know. Anyway, maybe not. Maybe you're right. Anyway, there's a round 2. I have the password. So if you want to participate in the round 2, they're doing a new piece called, it's not a new piece, a different piece. I don't know it at all. Algona Crossing or something like that. I don't know it. Michael Sweeney maybe is a composer. Email me for the password and go for it. You get the music. You can't print it or anything, but you read it, you practice it, you record it with the recording, and then they plug them together. If you go to the virtualband.org or com, I can't remember. It's org. I scroll down. Whoops, I'm zooming in. I scroll down, and then down at the bottom, it's got here's who participated in the first round, and then this is a recording of you guys. I mean, it's whoever submitted. They put them all together. I'm not gonna start it here. You can see what I mean by it's not quite together, but he's working hard to try to. Anyway, and then there's little videos you can't see very well, but little videos of everybody who submitted a video recording. These are all there's some of them. Like I don't think they're all of them, and then it goes to some percussionists later. And so if you did an audio recording, your video's not on here, but your audio recording was included in the sound. I'm just pleased, as I said the other day, pleased as punch that someone's trying something. Like I told you, the guy who's coordinating this, Sam Johnson, is a band director over in Ames area. He was a student of mine in Atlantic, so I'm just happy someone's doing something, and I think it's cool. I'd be really happy if a couple of you submitted that. I might even think about counting that for a grade, to be honest, if you did something like that. So, something to look at. Iowa Virtual Band. The link is on the Canvas page. If you go to your Canvas page, the link is down below. I think it says links is Iowa Virtual Band. The website's virtualband.org. If anybody needs parts for Africa, make sure you email me. We'll get that out. Please this punch. It's my phrase of the week. Please this punch. Recommendation today. The music we heard was Hairspray. That's just a great pick. Like feel good musical soundtrack. Sometimes I'm out mowing the grass, and I usually pick a musical soundtrack when I'm mowing the grass because, especially the longer ones, it'll take me through the whole time doing it. But sometimes I pull up Hairspray because it's all upbeats, feel good music. It's good. It's kind of cheesy, but it's all right. We need cheese every now and then. Video. So my wife is big into the nature stuff on the Disney Channel, Disney Plus. Has this new elephant documentary they put out. I really like. I mean, just between you and I can't stand like when people take nature movies and like narrate a story to them, like March of the Penguins, or I just like because I'm the kind of guy like just tell me. I'd rather sit through a dry documentary than anyway. So this is that kind of thing. Meghan Markle, that's not her name anymore. She's got an official title, whatever it is. Narrates the story about a family of elephants, and how they migrate from one area to the other in a year because they have to follow where the water is, basically. Cheesy narration and all this stuff, and they try to be cute sometimes. However, the information is really good. I learned a lot about elephants, and elephants are pretty fascinating creatures. Anyway, no, it's a weird recommendation, but the elephant documentary, it's brand new on Disney Plus. I think it might just be called Elephants. It's if you like animals, you're into that kind of thing. It's good. It's well made. It's like I said, it's a cheesy story kind of, but the information is good, and it's fascinating to watch these elephants do their migration. So I would recommend that. It's a good one. I got a guest today. And it's Mr. VK. I'll never be able to rhyme like that again. Let's see if I can get him going here. Here we go. He's there. He's ready to go. Mr. Van Clyde, can you hear me?
Hey, Mr. Noel, how are you?
Awesome. Thanks again for doing this today.
No problem.
Can you hear me okay? I moved from when we tested earlier, so okay. All right. So how are things over at the Van Clyde household? How's your time off? Not time off. I use air quotes on that because we're all still trying to work, but how's the time at home been?
Good. It's been good. It's been an adjustment like everybody, but it's really good.
Good. Spending a lot of time with the kids?
Yeah. I think that's probably the number one thing that I've learned is how to be a dad again full time. And I learned that my wife's job is hard.
Yeah.
Harder than I realized.
For sure. Is there anything new like you've come across? What is there a video you're sick of watching at home with your kids?
No, you know what? We do a lot of music. We don't do a lot of TV. I think we're both kind of same page there, but we do a lot of music. So some Bible school songs, VBS songs, but the kids are pretty good about it. New stuff. I learned that trying to teach a kindergartner, a preschooler, and a third grader sometimes is like teaching freshmen all the time.
It's like going back to days of like Little House on the Prairie. You got everybody in one room schoolhouse.
It is. It is, and if we can get 1 hour of work done, then it's time to go do something else. And as long as the weather's nice, life gets better.
Yeah, on the days when the weather isn't good, what do you like? Take me through a typical day in the Van Cly household on a bad weather day.
On a bad weather day, it is we try to separate as much as we can. And our kids are pretty hardy. Like they're outside unless it's really, really nasty, even on those snow days. When we first got done, they're still outside for a little while, but it's our oldest third grader, Cade. He's somewhat independent, so you can sit him down and read him. That's when we'll go with technology. And I don't know how our high school kids feel, but our elementary teachers are awesome. I've been really, yeah, I've been really impressed with what the stuff they put out for all those kids at each level. So we got preschooler, we got a kindergartner, and we got a third grader, and they all got stuff for them that would keep them busy on any bad weather day. And then we always going up for lunch every day is kind of our big outing on a minimum. Even if it's crappy weather, we usually take that and go up and get lunch and hang out with or say hi to the lunch ladies and the cafeteria workers who are doing a great job. And then we come back home.
And I'm sure they appreciate it too. I mean, the workers appreciate seeing you guys.
Yeah, I hope so. It's the chaos. It's like a Shriner because we all ride a bike up there. So it's like a little Shriner with the cars going all over the place.
Nice. The chat the chat on the live stream is blowing up right now. Is it your birthday today?
It is. It is my birthday.
They're all
today.
saying, "Tell him happy birthday! Tell him happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!" You get lots of happy birthdays coming from you from the live stream here. So happy birthday!
Well, thank you, and thank you to everybody out there in the live stream. How is this going? How is the live stream? It is impressive.
It's up and down. I've got a hardcore group of students who I think tune in almost every day, and I get however many. Let's say I get 20 people live. I'll get another whatever. They'll usually get 50 or 60 views by the next day. So it's not like a huge thing, but I think the people who watch, for some reason, they're still watching. They must enjoy it.
Yeah,
it gives me something to do too. So it's been going okay.
Yeah, I tuned in one day, but you were deep into the music stuff, and I was swimming in the deep end.
You missed. I had a mental breakdown over live stream last Monday. I had a guest that I was really pumped about. It was my college. It was a band director from Iowa State, a guy who I admire a lot, who does a lot of really great work, and he offered to come on and talk about a piece of music, and so I was really happy about that. And then it was nothing but a disaster from sound. Like I couldn't get the technology to work that morning, and he kept having to join and rejoin. It was a mess. So that was the one bad one. So okay, I asked Mr. Van Cly. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's Hangouts are a whole different world now, aren't they? I mean, just
oh yeah. Have you been doing much trying to do anything online or?
We tried to. We've done twice with kind of the football team. The first one was just like that. It was a train wreck of all sorts of calamities. Most of it was on our end in terms of the coaches, and then the last one we did was much better. But and we had to go to Zoom because a lot of those guys are. I don't know. We did it later at night, but yeah. But when it doesn't work, there's nothing more maddening or just self beat down.
And but I figure by the time we're done with the school year, I'm going to be really good at this. Like my setup at home has gotten more and more complicated. Like it used to be I had like the guest on my side computer and I have to turn my laptop, but now I've got you like on a TV screen over my shoulder, and yeah, it's a whole setup now. So
wow,
I'm getting
that's intense.
All right, I told Mr. Van Cly I had to tell everybody my two favorite Mr. Van Cly stories, and he's going to sit here and listen to them. One was a while ago, and this was back when we actually had grass down the football field. Mr. Van Cly used to try to, I'm sure accidentally hit me as hard as he could on his way out the football tunnel on the way out after pregame. And usually he would catch me not paying attention because I was paying attention to, my job. And so this one time it had rain. It was always a muddy mess down that end of the field. It didn't matter. It could have not rained for 3 weeks. And for some reason, there's still a swamp in the end zone on that side of the field. But he comes running up behind me to hit me as hard as he can. And he finally got his due. And he just right in front of everybody watching slid right past me, got on his butt. And I think you slid about 3 feet in the mud. And I can't remember. Did you end up changing?
I did.
Did you end up changing your pants? Like I feel like you come back out with a different pair of pants on.
I did. It was a hot mess, and it was also the last time I've ever done
I
that.
was just
So
about to say,
karma sucks.
I don't think you did it again after that. Okay, then recently, this I haven't told many people this, but this is my favorite. My favorite thing has happened. So this everybody disclaimer. I lost a school iPad a while ago. It was during a musical. We were using my school iPad for something, and it just was gone. Like it disappeared one day, and we couldn't find it. And we couldn't find it. And I'm asking Greg and Travis and Karen, and no one has seen this iPad. I thought, well, someone stole the iPad. Like it's gone. And I was embarrassed because it's school equipment. And so I get on the find my iPhone thing, and I've got my iPad on there, and it says it was turned off. So I set it. You can set it for next time it powers up, it's going to tell you where it's at situation. That was last fall, like way a long time ago. So it was at the beginning of the shutdown when that happened. Was I feel like it was right after we closed school down.
It was. There's those crappy school days. I was looking for the crappy weather. We were looking for entertainment resources for the kids. We were just trying to divide and conquer.
So it was in the morning, and it might have been early in the morning even. All of a sudden I get the notification, your iPad is turned on. And I about pooped my pants. Like I'm like, I got him. I got who stole my iPad. So I get on the thing and look at the map, and it gives me an address, and it was next door to your house. Like it said it was in the backyard of the house next door to you. So we're about to learn how inaccurate the GPS systems are on these iPads. So I emailed Mr. Van Cly, and because I was pretty sure which house was his, and it was the house next to him. So I emailed him, and I said, hey, who lives next to you? Because someone stole my iPad, and they've got it in your house, and they're next door to you. And he emails back. He's like, nope, it's in my house. So how'd you get my iPad, Mr. Van Cly?
We all do. Mission Newell and I, along with a couple other teachers, are on the leadership committee. So sometimes we do in service where we train teachers. And one time I had one with a bunch of iPads, and so I think it was Karen or myself. We just grabbed a bunch from the stock supply, not really paying attention, and that was in my room. Well, then when the lockdown came, I thought, well, we might need another iPad for the kids. So I snagged one out of my office and came home and turned it on, and all of a sudden it started blowing up. And that's when I went to Apple ID to put my own in, and it was yours, and it said Mission Newell's Music iPad. So like the mature now 40-year-old that I am, I snooped through all your stuff.
Good.
So there's a hostage there. No. So I was going to reach out to you and just let you know that I don't know how that happened, and then you beat me to it. So
it was the most like biggest roller coaster that morning, because I thought I started with I've got the who stole my iPad. Like I'm gonna get him, and of all people, it's gonna be Mr. Van Cly is gonna help me take him down, and then end up being just an accidental, like someone grabbed my iPad and it ended up with Mr. Van Cly. But anyway, you still have it, I think, right? I don't think I got it.
No, I do still have it. Yeah, it's safe and off.
Good. Well, you can use it as much as you want. I turn have at it. Go snoop around in my iTunes for a while.
No, you don't need 100 selfies of the TJ and the kindergartner.
Oh boy. All right. I asked Mr. Van Cly. He and I have something in common. I think we both value student leadership and think it's important to train with our students. So I asked him if he could bullet point big 3 things that he likes to emphasize with his student leaders. I wanted him to share those today. So what would be your big 3 that you would pick?
And I'm going to kind of adapt to 4, because in our football program we went 4 things. Sorry, I'm going to hijack your feed here.
Okay.
But it's accountability, toughness, uncommon commitment, and then grit. Those are the 4 things that those are our 4 principles, and we talk about those a lot within our program. And I think, like you said, that's last year I was honored to come in and listen to you guys as you trained. I think your section leaders, I think that day, just to try to figure out the overlap. And it's been a fun journey this past year to listen to the kids kind of open up in the classroom setting at some of the similarities and some of the differences in a positive way, not like one's better than the other, but just I think there's a lot of parallels between trying to train a large group of people to get functioning as one single group.
Right.
So accountability is pretty straightforward. Toughness, that's a little bit of the physical component, but we talk about mental toughness a lot. And then probably more so the deeper we dive into that. Uncommon commitment, just all the little things that it takes, and I think there's parallels there. Obviously, your kids are tuning in at 10:30 during quarantine to listen to you talk about music. So that's pretty awesome. And then grit, that's kind of all the intangibles. We call it game day grit. So every game day, and really it's just basically that we break down as the team that loves each other the most and cares about each other will be the team that's more talented, with all things being equal. So I know that's 4 instead of 3. I hope you forgive me for that. But those are things that we talk about. Yeah, there. And I think that's what you go back, circle around to your first question of the breaks giving me a lot of time to reflect on those, and you always take a step back and see how accurate and how well you do in getting that message across, how you living by the words that you hopefully preach a little bit. And not only as a coach, but also as a dad. And
Sure.
I'm gonna tell you, that's a lot harder
I bet.
to do it that way than it is sometimes as a coach. But also, how do you do it during this time? How do you communicate those principles during something that no one's really knows how to deal with?
Right. Very good. I'll let. It was a good 4, so I'll let you go on the
Okay.
extra one.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, I already went longer than I meant to, but that's okay. It was good to talk to you, and I really appreciate you coming on this morning, taking your time, and hope you have a good time.
Yeah, no problem. It's
Hope the
fun.
weather's good for you today.
You know what? It's always the sun's out, so it's a great day.
That's right, and the sun's always out somewhere. I can't remember where. Somewhere the sun is always shining.
That's right.
Some
That's
other
right.
town. I can't think of where that is, but. All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck as you start preparing for what I hope is a football season at all coming up in the fall. But your biggest fans are up there on the side of the bleachers cheering for you. So thanks for all you do, and
I appreciate
thanks for coming
it.
on.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Newell. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
I think you just cut him off accidentally. All right. I gotta go back and look at the comments now. Yes, that's where the iPad went. I was not. Yeah, it's safe. I didn't steal an iPad, and I didn't lose an iPad. It is in Mr. Van Cly's house right now. Okay, let's get on with the Africa. That's a shorter part of Africa today. It's the middle section. It's a slow the slow movement. It's an ancient folk song. I'll read you the program notes for this part of it. It says, the ancient folk song originates from Ghana, situated in the tropical belt of West Africa. It is a land of lush tropical beaches and rocky lagoons. The peaceful tranquility of this beautiful country was first distributed by European settlers in the 1500s as Ghana became the center for exporting slaves and gold. As a result, the area became known as the Gold Coast. A secondary melody based on the folk song Marili weaves through the final statement of the original theme. So it's an ancient folk song. I don't know that they have a title for it, but it's a very simple melody. It's very beautifully written. There's singing involved at the beginning of it, and the woodwinds are very, I call it openly written or open scored woodwinds. It's a very open sound. There's a lot of parallel fifths and open fourths and fifths going on. It gives it kind of this simple sound, but it's a beautiful. It's hard to describe. Let me get it played for you here. So again, it's going to start with some singing, which Mr. O'Donnell did mention on Monday that he liked that there was singing in this. Here we go. You can hear the singing, the and it switches to o, They switch back and forth on syllables, so it changes in the background. That's an English horn solo. I know Noah's probably working this morning, but there's some English horn for you. Then you're going to hear this percussion's going to start here with a tambourine or shaker, I think. Then this is open wood. It's just a beautiful sound. It's so simple, but pretty. And let's move to 12/8. And it's going to have this weird 2 versus 3 feel. It feels a little uncomfortable, but it works. Really busy percussion underneath there. Lots of unisons and fifths and fourths. It's a very open sound. It's just pretty. Then the percussion's going to kick off the last section. We'll get to the last section tomorrow, but yeah, it's just a very simple, beautiful little middle section of that. It's lovely. It's lovely. You could say it's tasty. Yeah, so we'll get to the end of Africa tomorrow and finish that up. It's a great piece of music. I'm trying to make sure I've got what I need here. So section leaders, make sure if you're interested in section leader, make sure you got the information via email. If not, you might be missing out on information you need to be section leader. Okay. Honor Marching Band sectionals this afternoon. We'll start at 1 o'clock with mellophones. 1:30 is trombones, baritones. 2 o'clock trumpets, and then I'll meet a couple of you trying out for drum major at the end of that. Elizabeth Christensen, we've got a lesson today at 3 o'clock on bassoon. I hope to see you there. We'll get some grading info to you probably on Friday when I have the Reiners on for their weekly check. So I'll get information on grading for you on Friday. Iowa Virtual Band, check it out. If you want the password, send me an email and I can get that for you. If you need anything, email me. The emails have been kind of dropped off. There were few last week and I haven't gotten much this week yet at all from anybody. So I hope you're all still out there. The weather's been nicer. Hopefully you've been outside. So email me if you need anything, including the password for Iowa Virtual Band or parts to Africa if you want that, or anything at all. I appreciate you hanging out this morning. Hopefully enjoyed my guest, Van Clyde. I didn't know it was his birthday, so that was a pleasant, happy coincidence there. So happy birthday again to Mr. Van Clyde. That's all I got for today. Isaac, I hope your day goes well. And everybody else too. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care of each other.